Certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his third for the game, his second in this quarter.
Knight dishes to Goodwin. Puts up a three. Again, the miss by Knight.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Here's Lure, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
John Lure. At the line for two.
No good on the free throw. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Alex Lenz checked in for Chandler. Warren comes in for P.J. Tucker. Booker, he's checked in for Archie Goodwin. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Brandon Knight. Gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Ball, the pass to Ball. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. For three. And that one's good. Fresh has got 5 points in the quarter.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Bledsoe outside.
Ball.
The Suns have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Bledsoe hits them both. Here's the kid, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Ball. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The home team, they lead by 18.
Well, Roy, what's been working?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for buckets. 16 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
They've got buckets. Roy Hibbert is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Fresh, and it's Ball in at the 1 spot. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half. Shots good by Bledsoe.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Pass the Ball. Land against Hibbert. Here's Ball, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Suns trail by 18. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
Randle kicks to Hibbert. Launches a 3. Shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Shot is no good. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. 4th, the Suns.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Phoenix calls timeout. One of the stories here, buckets getting it done today.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. Suns trail by 15. Knight with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Chandler a screen. Sacre with the block. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Phoenix no good that time either.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Young outside from deep. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Suns trail by 15. Knight with it. Williams picks him up. Price, right side, from 20 feet out. No good off the front iron.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
He feeds it to Tucker. It's Knight with the drive. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Knight's got his second basket of the night.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Russell. The kick out to Williams. Price with the steal. And now Price running the floor all by himself. Rejected by Young. And here's the break. And it's Lure with the rebound.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Knocked away. Pulls up. High post. The rebound by Young. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Young. Fires the 3. And the basket good. Young's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here is Knight. Again, the miss by Knight. Randle misses the shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Suns trail by 16. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. We've got Alex Len. Warren is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Booker in at the 2 spot.
And just a solid start to the season for Teletovic last year. I mean, unfortunately, it came to a close prematurely as he was battling blood clots.
At the line for 2.
Well, for Teletovic, he got the clots in early December, and Clark, fortunately, he made a full recovery.
Yeah, good to see him back. You know, Bosch's blood clot battle was more publicized due to his stardom, but Teletovic went through the same thing. It's a real threat to an athlete, and hopefully it's well behind him and he doesn't have to run that race anymore.
Well, Phoenix shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And the kid picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
That's his third personal foul.
Bledsoe outside. Len a screen. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Good defensive instincts on display there.
Knocked away.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. 14 points for the kid.
Always a threat, guys. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded in the gym range.
Way beyond the line there. That's just a sweet stroke.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
And the Suns call time here. Some heavy accusations about artificial noise being pumped in last year. You've seen the issue in the NFL, talked about now in the NBA. Seeing in other sports, there's a case that maybe the NBA's got to deal with this.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I know some stadiums, it might feel like there is extra noise being pumped in. And listen, there are a lot of fan bases that we have are just flat out loud. I mean, it can be electric. But having said that, I don't think we want to have the artificial noise being pumped in. I think it does the game a disservice.
And there's the pass to Ball. They get it again.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And Hibbert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Booker dishes to Teletovic. Bangs home the trifecta.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Ball, the pass to Hibbert. Kelly kicks to Hibbert. Ball, defended by Booker. Feeds to Kelly. Clock at 6. Pass to Ball. Fades and shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player. And that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the good backup in Los Angeles with the Clippers and going to Phoenix in a more prominent role. You know, but he went on to have a dynamic season, proving that, you know, Greg, and you know this position so well, he has the ability to be one of the best league's combo guards, I think.
I agree. I mean, consistency will tell the tale when it comes to Bledsoe. I mean, the rebounds and assists, the averages were up last year, but his shooting percentages were down. So is Bledsoe a near max level player? Only time will tell. Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Shoots from 14, and it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Hibbert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ball, the pass to Ball.
Well, with Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success, I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring, but pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And, guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Sade. I like that, Greg.
Here's the Kid. Shot and game clock separated by 5. He kicks it to Kelly. From deep, the long distance 3 is buried.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Here's Ball, and the miss. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan player of the game. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And Doris Burks on the sideline as well. Looking at the last game for the Orlando Magic, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors. And guys, they were in that one to the very end. They just couldn't put it together in the last few minutes. They lost by just 2 points.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Orlando, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Jennings out there with Oladipo. And it's Kobe in at the 3 spot.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree. And, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
Outside Jennings. Oladipo outside. A 3 ball. Hibbert pulls it in.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
Now here's Hibbert. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. And the 3 off target. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who can become a perennial all-star.
One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. And starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Jennings kicks to Gordon, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Here's Gordon. They set the pick, and the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Jennings dishes to Vucevic. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
Here's Ball. Powered down the jam.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. And, guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Now, here's Oladipo, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Ball, the pass to Ball. They get it back. 1:12 left in the first quarter of the game.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. 3-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages from the shooting guard position. And that's just what this group has provided. You take a look at buckets. Second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play two guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. Here's the kid. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. With the shot. Fresh can't get it to go.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Payton kicks to Ilyasova. Can't make good off the screen.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league. He talks about how, well, at Kobe's age and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments? Or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and quality shots they're getting.
Get out there with buckets. Then it's Fresh. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Randall in at the 4. And for the Magic, the backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. Vucevic is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Fournier in at the small forward.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Fournier looking for his first basket still in this one. Vucevic dishes to Oladipo. That's good.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Here's Fresh. 7 points in the game. Over to the wing. Here's Ball. Vucevic with the block. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Passes it to Ball. Now the pass to Ball. It's good from long range. Bucket's got his second basket of the night.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They got worked over on the boards. That's about as plain as I can put it. You can't leave your teammates on an island down there. You need everybody going to the glass.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Screen by Smith. It's Jennings with the drive. From the high post, Smith with the basket on the assist from Brandon Jennings. And the Magic lead by 4.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that, over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Randall a screen on Jennings. Here's Ball. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
A huge 3 to cut it close going to halftime. It's still anyone's ball game.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Magic lead by 1. And a chance.
Well, Nick, a competitive.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just... And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
A lot of action for the kid. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Roy Hibbert is out there with Randall. Then there's Buckets. Then it's the kid, and it's Ball in at the 3. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half. Orlando leading. Now Jennings. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Oladipo kicks to Gordon. Picked by Vucevic. Gordon, the pass to Oladipo. The dish to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here we go, one-on-one. Look at that.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Magic. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, three-point, free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. The other area he brought up was the importance of their defense against the transition game. He needs his team to get back and stay active at all times. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Good. And that's now 6 points for Vucevic. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Here's Oladipo, and too long on the shot. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
To the right side. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Oladipo. Ilyasova's got his second bucket tonight. Pass the ball. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Orlando making some changes. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Hezonja in for Victor Oladipo. The Magic trail by 7. Payton drives in. Pass to Hezonja, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
Fournier's shot is off.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Rebound by Smith. Here's Azania. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. The home team, they lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard, fun battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. On the court for Orlando, they've got Kobe, Aaron Gordon out there with Andrew Nicholson. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Jennings in at the point guard position. There's a screen. Fournier dishes to Nicholson. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. Gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Passes it to Ball. Three-pointer. And that one's good. Fresh.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
That's tipped. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Nicholson's shot is off.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
one. I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
You got to like what the kid has done in this game.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's Ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
It's Jennings with the drive. They can't stop the run with that one.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
There's the feed to Hibbert. Out to the wing from outside the arc. The shot is off. And Orlando the other way now. Jennings kicks to Vucevic. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Hibbert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today? Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him. And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
they can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it gives themselves a little break, too.
Gets the breath. You're right.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Oladipo, good. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score it. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. And
the 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson.